As a science teacher, I want nothing more than to share my passion for the field with my students. But the lesson plans that were available to me inspired nothing but boredom. Kids weren't engaged at all with the textbooks and PowerPoints that I found online, and the busy life of a teacher means that it's hard to invent new materials from scratch. When we fail to engage students in science, they don't succeed, meaning they miss out on the opportunities available. This was not just a problem limited to my classroom. The US actually ranks 20th in science achievement worldwide and will be short about 3 million high-skilled science jobs by 2018. Furthermore, minority students are completely underrepresented in the field. One reason for this? Our schools are not engaging students with science. We need better ways to do this, better ways to make science topics engaging. One way is BodySquad. BodySquad is a cooperative, interactive learning game for understanding the human body. Let me first tell you about our team. Our team members have knowledge essential to the field, with backgrounds including an educational program developer at Harvard Medical School, a former project manager at Pearson and former game developer, an attending physician at Brigham and Women's Hospital, and a former science teacher and curriculum developer at KIPP New Jersey schools. Our theory of action is simple. We believe that a research-informed, game-based model will improve student engagement, resulting in students being better equipped to meet and exceed national standards in human physiology, which is the topic we're focusing on. So how will BodySquad work? Well, the game is actually simple. A group of students will work together, each with their own device. Together, they will control the same virtual body. However, each student will be in charge of one specific organ system within that body. On a student screen, they'll be able to see the vital statistics for that body updated live. They'll also be able to control their specific organ system. Shown here is the cardiovascular system. This child will be able to control the heart rate as well as the vasodilation, or width of the blood vessels. However, since students can only control their system and all the systems need to work together, the students have to work together through scenarios such as running a marathon, battling pneumonia, or even dealing with an acute emergency like a heart attack. At the end of these scenarios, students will create scientific arguments using actual game data. These check for understanding questions will then be sent to the teacher to be reviewed. To make the game even more competitive, an optional scoreboard can be projected, which will show each group's progress live. Teachers will also have a dashboard, which will provide real-time information on each group's progress at once and indicate if a group may need assistance. BodySquad is not the first game to attempt this sort of in-person, real-time, collaborative gameplay. A game already exists called Space Team. In this game, a group of people pilot the same spaceship. However, each person controls a different part of that spaceship, meaning they have to verbally work together in order to win the game. This game is popular, with over 3.5 million downloads, showing that this type of game can be very successful. The advantages to BodySquad include it's more engaging and effective than traditional lectures and textbooks. We're using research-based ideas in order to design our product. It's built for the middle school next-gen science standards, which have been adopted in many states and are endorsed by the National Science Teachers Association. The game will be browser-based, meaning it can be used on virtually any device that a child or a school has. The game will include a 2-week inquiry-based curricular unit. This will make it more effective and much easier to implement. Finally, the game promotes collaboration and discussion. You simply cannot succeed at this game unless you're willing to work together. We're currently planning and designing the game. Once we've raised enough money, we'll create a functional prototype, play test it with students, and iterate it until we feel it's engaging and effective. We'll then create a final version and release to market. And we feel there's a very big market for this type of game. The use of digital games in classrooms rose 18% in the last few years. Research tells us that teachers are using more digital content than ever before. Students have unprecedented access to devices used for education. And 61% of students are already playing online educational games. Furthermore, middle school, our initial target audience, represents approximately 15 million students and 18% of teachers. Clearly, there's a big market for this type of game. Our organization will run on a non-profit model. We'll seek grant funding to cover costs from organizations like those shown below. The game will be available free of charge for classroom use. Finally, in order to get the word out, we'll do things like attending local conferences, working with EdTech blogs, pursuing partnerships with educational outlets, engaging with super users to advocate for our product, and building a social media presence. Thank you for your time.